Hello and welcome to Love Laura Tarot. This is my very first YouTube video and my very first pick a card reading for you all, and it is what can you expect from the next 6 months. It's a foresty woodland theme for you all, and these are 3 piles. As you can see, we've got pile 1, 2 and 3, and yeah, just want to say hello and welcome, and let's just dive straight into it and start. So I'll introduce you to each of the different piles, and you can pick whichever one resonates with you the most, and see what messages I've got for you, and if anything, helpful. Hopefully you've got some messages for you all in here. Okay, so this is the first card. This one here. I'm not very good at pronunciation, but I think it's called Shagger, and it is a huge mushroom on the side of a tree. And it has the description of defense / balance. So that's that card. That's pile number 1. And then we have pile number 2, another one which has a pronunciation that is going to be funny. It's called cordyceps, and its description word is essence. So that is pile number 2. And then we have the last pile number 3, and that is red cage, and that description is capture, and that is pile number 3. Okay, so those are our 3 cards. Pick whichever one speaks to you the most, because whichever one you're called to is probably the one that's got the right messages for you. You can be called to pick more than one group or all 3 groups. Go ahead and listen to more, and hopefully there's some messages in there for you. So these are the groups. Okay, pile number 1, welcome. This is your reading if you picked the card Shagger, which is a mushroom type. Let me zoom it up here for you so you can get a good view of it. So this is the card you picked. It is the card number 2 in the deck. It is the mushroom Shagger, which is that huge sort of like, I don't know what you call it, like a, well, it is a mushroom obviously, but it's like a massive rock on that tree. And the card meaning is defense and balance. So I'll read your description in a moment, but I just want to introduce that card there. Let's put it in the middle like that so you can see it. Okay, so get yourself some paper, get yourself a cup of tea, something to drink while we're reading away here. I'll read the description and we can take from it what we want in terms of relevance, really. Shagger is the king when it comes to helping the body defend itself and ward off potential dangers to your health. Where in your life could you have something or someone attached to you that is not serving your higher purpose or creating a hindrance of some sort? Is it time to build your defences so strong that nothing can penetrate them? Are you physically strong enough, or do you need to work on your physical health? Maybe you're allowing yourself to be taken advantage of or being treated poorly. Sometimes when you feel you need protection, you actually need to strengthen your reserves. Using energy to block things and cast things away can be more tiring than building yourself up from the inside so nothing can stick to you. Another lesson from Shagger is one of balance. Disease exists when something in the body becomes unbalanced. Shagger brings balance to your immune system, blood sugar levels, and circadian rhythms. Where are you out of spiritual alignment? It might be time to look where something within you or your life is out of balance. Where can you create more flow and movement? Where have things become stuck? When you balance yourself from within, this balances your external world. The work you do on the inside can create profound shifts if you are prepared to do the work. When you create balance and cultivate strength on the inside, you become an impenetrable force. Okay, so from this card at the moment, what I'm getting is that you are in the next 6 months going to need to build yourself up in a way that, you know, this could be physically in terms of strength and health and working out and eating well and just looking after yourself generally. It could be mental health, like fortitude, you know, being a strong person. It's all about this card is just all about building yourself up. It's, as it says here, defense and balance. So you need to make yourself balanced in a way that is healthy. It's all about looking after yourself to make sure that you can't be taken advantage of, or you can't be susceptible to anything or anyone, whether that's energies or just attitudes from people. You know, you can attract energy vampires. I'm feeling a lot of that. Like maybe there's a couple of energy vampires in your life that are draining you a bit, and you are being asked to here in the next 6 months. Just keep an eye on yourself. Stay in your lane, build yourself up, and work on you. Now I'm going to clarify this with the tarot and a couple of other cards I've got that are woodland themed. So we'll start here with the tarot, my tarot deck, and we'll see what comes out. But yeah, ultimately at the minute it seems to be a lot of looking after yourself and ensuring that you are in a good, solid state. Okay, let's see what comes out. Let's clarify this. What else do we need to know for the next 6 months for pile number 1? We'll get a couple of cards, maybe like 4 or 5, and we'll see what comes out. So, Judgment. That's a bit too many. We don't want that many cards today. That's a very long reading if we have all those cards. Well, maybe 4 more at most. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can get 2 more cards. That one's on the floor and that one. Okay. Oh, that's a bit too many. But we'll keep it anyway. Right. Let's put you here. Let me grab the one that fell down. For this reading, we won't really take reverses because I don't know how that one fell on the floor. It sort of flipped itself around. Okay. That's a lot of cards. Let me see if they all fit within view. If they do, then we can keep it up. If not, okay, we're good in terms of view. Everything fits in. So. Okay, so feeding off of that first card, which again was talking about balance and looking after yourself and making sure you're not getting taken advantage of. Okay, so these are the cards that came out. So we've got Judgment, Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and then the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so we'll go through each of them and then we'll see what messages come through in terms of clarifying for the main card of the mushroom shagger. You know, I love that now. We'll see what comes out. So in terms of Judgment card talks about having a wake-up call, you know, Judgment Day, in terms of like the cards and symbology. It's about waking up to a new phase of your life, you know, and sort of growing from the next step, the next natural step, growing. So that could be like, I don't know, moving from the one part of school to the next bit. So, you know, you've gone from college, go to uni. You could be moving from a relationship to like engagement. It's just that next natural step, like what comes next, like leaving home and going living on your own. That's what this card talks about. It's maturing, taking the next natural step, and it's not a bad step, it's a good step. So it's good news and sort of like improving. It's another phase. It's letting things like develop at the pace they're meant to. It's not rushing, it's not dramatic, it's the next step to take. And I think it does link heavily to the original card, the oracle card of the mushroom shagger. It's talking about stopping how in this card it was saying you need to look after yourself, balance, and defend against everything, anyone coming in. This card is sort of, you're ending something like with someone, or like, yeah. So the Judgment card sort of talks about recognizing something needs to come to an end and making changes and adjustments and following through on that. And if we're linking it back to the Oracle card, it could possibly be recognizing that something or an action you're doing isn't really helping you and is making you susceptible to, it could be just not having a healthy way of life, and people around you aren't healthy and aren't good for you. And if recognizing that and starting to take steps to change that. And then we've got the Nine of Wands. Now, as you can tell from the picture, the Nine of Wands is also another very defensive picture. The card talks all about defending your territory and having the discipline and the ability, if you've got them, to plan and defend and be strong and courageous in that, which again links back to the Oracle card we had at the beginning, which is all about seeing what you need to do, defending yourself and looking after yourself and taking it upon yourself to do that. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles, which again, another 9 card, so 9 symbology there. So if you see 99 anywhere or lots of 9s, could be a sign that this is what you need to do. The Nine of Pentacles is all about independence, and this lady here is in her garden on her own with her bird, enjoying herself, like her life on her own. And she's secure, she's got all the resources she needs, and she's just happy. And I think if you do take a step into your independence and look after yourself and your interests and your goals, you will be that Nine of Pentacles lady. Independent, happy, and alone. Not in the sense you want to be alone, but you're happy on your own. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is obviously a good card. I feel like all aces are good cards because this one speaks about positivity in terms of money, new businesses and money opportunities and material success. And in terms of what we're talking about here, the next 6 months, if you look after yourself, if you put in these steps and you defend your territory or you'll just look after yourself and defend yourself from things that aren't good for you, you will have that success. You will be able to start receiving benefits from these steps you've taken to make yourself into this strong, independent person. And then we've got the Knight of Wands. And with the Knight of Wands, the wands are very passionate suit in terms of the whole broad wands. And with that, it's a good card. It talks about something happy taking place of an action, like getting a new job, getting a new relationship, sort of that sort of thing. And it is a very sort of aggressive in terms of way. I always think of this card as a knight with a lance, from medieval times, and he's going after it, he's jousting for it, he's really fighting for it. And I think that's what it's saying. You need to fight for yourself. You need to fight and look after yourself. You need to be the one sticking up for yourself and pleading your case almost. And then we've got the last thing, we've got the Two of Pentacles. And that talks about, juggling 2 things, usually money, and trying to work out what one works best for you. And how in the future, although at the minute you're struggling, juggling all these different things, it does work out better in the end. It will. I think it's sort of, again, linking up to all this. If you put in the work to look after yourself and stick up for yourself and defend yourself, and take those steps, build those habits, whether it's, making sure you're eating well, making sure you're exercising well, make sure you're keeping out negative people from your life, but not just ditching everybody, you're doing it in a healthy way, then you're going to be happy and it will work out well. Okay, so that's the original tarot one. Let's see if we can get some other cards to help out on this. So I've got my Whispering Wood ones. These are little messages. Let's see if we've got any messages for you here. We'll have like maybe 2 messages. Let's see what we can get for you. Here we go. We've got retreat. Spoil yourself. Oh, let's take all those ones as well. Okay. So we've got retreat, which is spoil yourself in the morning mist. Breathe in eucalyptus trees, berries, and wattle. Friends. The most unlikely friendships can form like variegated lichens on hard rock. They create a tight bond. And then the last one was idle hours. Take some time out to lie on the emerald grass. Okay. What I'm getting from this for the whole next 6 months, and the original card being our sort of theme for this pile, you need to take care of yourself. You need to be looking after yourself and spoiling yourself so that you are happy and you are balanced and you are at peace with yourself. You're not overexerting in any area, be it work, family, friends, going out, your social life, relationships. You're not pushing yourself further than you need to. You need to be looking after yourself, because at the end of the day, you are there for you. Friends come up. This could be either it could be one of 2 things. It could be an indicator that your friends is the area where you're pushing yourself too far, or they are a bad influence, or it could be that you should rely on your friends to help you. To, you know, they'll build you up. You have friends that could build you up, and you have friends that could pull you down. You need to be careful whichever ones are. And there, it could be saying, hey, you could have an unlikely friendship coming into being that could help you through this, and they could make you recognize that, you know, you aren't prioritizing yourself. And then idle hours. Again, it's talking about taking some time and not being so busy and just looking after yourself for a little bit. Doing nothing can sometimes not be doing nothing. Just taking some time just to do absolutely nothing, not be ticking things off a to-do list, not studying, not working out, not just pressuring yourself to be better, just taking time to relax could be really beneficial for you and could be really useful at this point. That's those Whispering Wood cards for you. And they've got really cute squirrels on them. Okay, and then let's see if we've got any other. I've got another oracle deck that might help us here. Next 6 months, what advice have we got for the next 6 months? I only want 1 card for this, because otherwise we get too many cards. It could get a bit confusing, but at the minute, let's see. Here we go. So I'll show you this card, because these are lovely cards. Again, I think these are the Woodland Warden cards, so they're very nice pictures. And we've got let me try and focus it for you. Well, that was a bit far up. Okay, so we've got the bobcat and blackthorn, and the card description says patience. Let me try and put that in the middle a bit. Okay, so that's that card. I'll put that here, and I'll find the description for you, because the descriptions in this are gorgeous. So just looking at it though, it's asking for patience again. Difficult journeys require preparation and patience. Channel the bobcat's stealth and pack plenty of provisions, ration your sustenance carefully, remembering that berries are often sweetest after hard frost. And then a little like quote at the bottom says, how might I mentally prepare such that I can survive when supplies are low? Again, I think this is talking about at the minute you are not, I wouldn't say struggling, but you are recognizing that you are wearing yourself out and wearing yourself down, and you need to just take it easy and rest in the next 6 months. Build up that base level of like just energy and just positivity by doing things that are good for you and make you happy, and be patient, because whatever you're going through at the minute, you know, I feel like at this time of year, obviously this is timeless reading, but at this time of year you've got the thought of exams coming up, and you know, you've got summer coming up, so whatever part of your life you'll be heading into now, you need to be patient and don't just put in all your effort right at the start and wear yourself out and wear yourself down so that you're struggling later on. You need to pace yourself and almost like pace out your energy level and your sort of mental, like your, like how much positivity you've got. You need to pace it out. You need to make sure you're giving a consistent amount of like energy every day, and not just being like, okay, Monday I'm going to work from 7 a.m. till 10 o'clock at night, or I'm going to study from 7 a.m. to 10 o'clock at night, or I'm going to work out for like 10 hours. You can't do that. You need to pace it out. Okay, and then let's find my last deck with some like final messages of advice. Okay, let's get some cards. Let's get 3 cards for you. Release expectations. Do not focus on the money aspect of your dreams. Abundance will come at the right time. Yes. Plan your career. Create milestones and have a strategy to set yourself up for success. Let's get one more. Let's get one more card for part 1. And financial goals. Set and reach your financial goals to achieve financial stability. Okay, and then we've got this one that popped out at the beginning that I left, but I felt like it's kind of asking me to include it for you. And that is soulmate. Okay. So as final messages, I think it's saying you need to release this sort of expectation or pressure that's been put on you, or you've put upon yourself to either achieve something, or you've made it this like you need it within the next month. You need to be here and here. You need to release that. That amount of pressure is not doing you any good, and it seems to be draining you and stressing you out. Release that. Plan your career. You need to give yourself actual like a plan with milestones in it of the steps you need to take. You can't just generally say, you know, by the end of the year I need to have earned like £70,000. I need to have got the best job. I need to have, you know, passed this, got a relationship here. You can't just, that's too broad. You need to put some steps in, like I need to start upskilling myself. I need to start going out more. Whatever your goal is, you need to actually plan it out in actual achievable steps. Otherwise you're going to be draining yourself and beating yourself up for not getting there, when you actually have just given yourself an idea and you haven't put steps in place. And then we've got financial goals. More about goals and to get this financial stability. Maybe that is something you're worried about, but you need to put the goals in place to be able to reach them. You can't just say generally, I want to be this, I want to be this rich, I want to get that. Because ultimately, you know, if you haven't got those steps there for you to try and reach for, you're going to be like floundering and lost before you even got started on your journey to get to this financial goal. And then this card that popped out that I put back, and it's popped out again. Soulmate. Yes, it could mean that your soulmate, next 6 months, you could be meeting your soulmate. It could also mean that the universe is there for you. Like whatever you believe in, whichever God or you believe in, they're there and they love you, and you have that love for yourself as well to support yourself through whatever hardships or whatever's going on. Yeah, part 1, you are either meeting your soulmate or it's just a reassurance that the universe loves you if you're having a hard time and you're not feeling too great, because you know it does look a lot like from these cards that it's a bit of a stressful time. So yeah, the love is there for you. Okay, part number 1, I really hope that was useful and that helped, and let me know in the comments down below what you thought and what you'd like to see next, what sort of readings you want to see next. And yeah, like and subscribe, and that is all from me. So thank you for watching Love Laura Tarot, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye. Okay, hello pile number 2s. If you picked this card, which is Cordyceps, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is these 4 long, they're kind of like red hot poker style, the mushrooms, so it's not. But if you pick this card, then welcome to your pile. Just a bit more about the card. We've got number 7 on it. That might be significant. You've got the name cordyceps and the word essence, and there's the mushroom again. Okay, what I will do is I will read the description of the card first, so that we've got that sort of base there, and we can try and work out what the theme is for your next 6 months reading. So here we go. So it says, what do you need to excel? Do you need help from someone or something? Do you need that extra push to help you grow? It might be time to take what you need to give. It might be time to take what you need to give you the strength and stamina to get where you need to be. Are you looking after yourself? Are you replacing the stores that you use, or are you burning yourself out? Is it time to look inwards and ask yourself, what do I need? Do I need to be a bit more selfish and put all my time and energy into me? There are lots of questions here. The other point this card might be making is that there may be someone or something that is sucking your energy from you. You may be the mushroom, or are you the insect in this case? Who or what is draining you of your energy so that you cannot grow to your full potential? Is someone else taking the limelight while you've done all the work, or vice versa? Cordyceps is asking you to find that inner strength and life force to help push you forward, to keep you alive and flourishing. Don't allow others to sponge from you and take your essence. Alternatively, find what you need from someone or something to help you succeed, but make sure it is done in a sustainable way so it doesn't have a negative impact on anyone. Look at the areas in your life where you can grow. Find a project that can help you achieve this, or find a relationship that will help you find the results you seek. Okay, so if you are here from pile number 1, this is a similar sort of message. It's sort of speaking about growth and looking around yourself and seeing, you know, who and what is helping you grow, what's not helping you grow, and pushing for that. Yeah, again, it talks about sort of looking at yourself and trying to see what's that extra thing that you need to reach your goal. What do you need to reach your goals now? What can push you past the finish line? What can get you there? Or, you know, maybe who can help you get you there? Not as in using people, because that's awful and you don't do that. But, you know, look around you and say, could I use a little bit of help from, you know, friends? Could they be a bit more supportive? Or, you know, could I ask my boss for a raise or something like that? It's all about that, looking around yourself and seeing what you need to get yourself to that, whatever goal you've got in mind. Let's look at the tarot cards, see what they say. We'll get like, I don't know, like 5 of these. See if it can explain it a bit further and help us out on the next 6 months. Okay, there's the first one. Here's our second one. Let's get 3 more to help us try and work out what the next 6 months will bring, or what we need to do. That was a bit far. I'll look for that in a second. Let's get 3 more. There's one under the seat. Let's get 3 more cards. See what the next 6 months we either need to do or will help us. That's a lot. Let's take the Queen of Pentacles, but not this clump here. We'll leave a gap for the one that flew off. Let's get 2 more if we can. Okay, 1 more. One more card for the next 6 months. 1 more card. Okay, and let me go and find the one under the chair. Okay, where did it go? Oh, okay, I can see it, which is a good start. Okay, now just pick it up. Okay, so let's have a look at these cards. Okay, so next 6 months, the next 6 months. Okay, in terms of like, what do we need to do, or what can we expect? with the Eight of Pentacles, it's all about hard, like putting in work, working hard, being productive, using your skills to reach whatever goal it is you've got in mind. Maybe it's taking maybe it's taking skills from you, like an old job, or you know, what you used to have, and using them to now make a living, or working out how you want to use them to get what you want and get the outcomes you want as well. We've also got here the Four of Cups, and it kind of makes me think of like you're ignoring something, like you're being kind of withdrawn, and maybe someone is offering to help you, or there is an opportunity here that could help you, and you're ignoring it and focusing stubbornly on these ones here, when you could, you know, take whatever help is coming in the form of this hand and cloud here. Yeah. And then we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man talks about looking at things from another perspective and taking on a different view of a situation. So be that like you're now stuck between the past and the future. You're in the present, obviously, and you're looking at how to push your life in a new direction, but you need to look at things from this complete different perspective, so that you can actually make these adjustments. You know, we're not rushing, we're taking our time, but you know, you need to make the right decisions to get to these goals you've got, and to put in all this hard work. You know, this opportunity could be, you know, I hate to put the mind of the pessimist in it here, but it could be too good to be true, and you're taking your new perspective and looking at it and making sure that you are making the right decision to reach your goals. Yeah, I think that's what that's saying to me. That always says to me, you know, you're taking your time to make decisions, but also looking at things from a different perspective. You know, maybe you're stubbornly trying to reach your goals in a specific way, like if you want to get a job, you're trying to go out the traditional way, but you should be going a completely different way, which is more suited to you and your skills. Again, I think this is all about perspective, seeing things from a different perspective. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is a really lovely card. But the Queen of Pentacles always reminds me of someone like a really like business savvy lady. She is very good at managing money and businesses and situations. She looks after her money, invests it well. You know, maybe this is someone you know and you should be seeking advice from. This could be someone you want to become, but it kind of also says to me, you put in these steps and you start using the skills you've got, looking at the opportunities you have from all different angles, and you know, not just focusing on what opportunities are like coming you've got already, but like what could be coming in. And then maybe you become this Queen of Pentacles, but in like the more abstract term, it talks about, you know, getting what you've worked for, you know, harvesting the results you've worked for, which is not a bad thing. And then we've got the Five of Cups, which is kind of strange considering, you know, it's talking about hard work and, you know, putting on all this effort. And I really do think this card, this Five of Cups, isn't saying, oh, you know, in the next 6 months you'll lose everything. No, I don't think it's saying that. I think this is saying you are focusing on whatever you've missed out on here in these three cups that have fallen over and spilt their contents, and you're not focusing on the two you have. And you're kind of brooding over whatever past situations happen and not focusing on the good future that's to come. You need to have a different perspective, you know, change this broodingly sad attitude you've got towards whatever's gone wrong and you've lost. You know, maybe you've lost the Queen of Pentacles in your life. You need to now take a different perspective and focus on the better future, on how things can change, which also links into this card here, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which talks about, you know, life going through cycles of good things happening, bad things happening, and how at the turn of the wheel you could suddenly be in an extremely lucky place, and it's all down to destiny. So everything that has happened so far has been meant to happen to make you who you are. It's just a matter of perspective at the minute on how you're seeing it. I think you need to take a look at whatever's gone wrong, or you know, how difficult the future may be in terms of reaching your goals, and try to focus on the fact that a positive future is not just more than likely, but it will be there for you. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the little Whispering Wood cards I've got, Whispering Woods cards I've got that help sort of give some more messages here. So the next 6 months, what advice or what can we expect for pile 2? So I'll look for pile 2. Here we go. Right, I think we'll just have 2. Okay, turn that leaf around. There we go. The night. Find comfort in the night where the world switches off and the stars burn bright. And then patience. Everything can be accomplished at nature's pace. I don't know about you guys, but when like it gets to night, it feels like the world's switched off and all like expectations and pressures of yourself are just kind of gone for the night, because everyone's asleep, and yeah, I feel a bit more relaxed. Maybe the nighttime is when the only time you get a chance to actually focus on yourself and your goals and plans, and that's maybe when you start thinking about things that have gone wrong in the past. I think you need to be patient with yourself, and you need to, like, the Wheel of Fortune isn't a quick card. It's like things happen, and they happen at the right time, you know, divine timing. Things happen when they're supposed to happen. And whatever goals you have from this first card, or whatever you're recognizing you'd want to happen from this first card, you need to be patient, and you need to take time to really recognize that you're important. And yeah, relax. Don't let the pressure get to you, and try not to get too focused on everything that's gone wrong at night. Maybe work on whatever skill you've got, whatever skills you do have, be it, I don't know, it could be anything. You know, you could be someone who makes stuff like this guy here with his pencils. You could be a crafter. Maybe at night time is the time you get to work on that. But you need to keep at it patiently, and you know, plot out these goals you want. Yeah. Okay, and let's get one of my Woodland Warden cards as well. Let's see what comes up for pile number 2 here. You want one card, because these are kind of another oracle card. Pile 2. What next 6 months can they expect? What advice can you have for the next 6 months? Pile 2. Let's see, we only want one card. Maybe they don't want to give you a card for this one. Okay, there's 2 there. We'll have a look at them anyway. Even though there's 2, I'll allow it. What have we got here? Okay, we have got the ram and the dahlia, which is determination, and the squirrel and the chestnut, which is preparation. Let me bring them up so you can see them up close a bit better. So that's the ram and the dahlia, and then we've got the squirrel and the chestnut. I love these cards, by the way, if you couldn't tell already. Let me put them down here. We'll put them so they're kind of like that. You can still see them. Okay, well, I know I've already said this a lot. I say this a lot to any readings I have, and I know we've said patience here, you know, determination and preparation. I will read the description that's here, because obviously it's left off. So let's read the description first. So we've got the ram and the dahlia. You have the power to accomplish your wildest dreams. While others may tire or lose interest, you are persistent and will see your ambitions through. And it's got little quotes, and it says, "What am I most determined to accomplish? When have I worked best alone? When have I worked best alone? And when have I benefited from another's help?" This is drawing back into everything we've seen here. You need to work out what it is you want. Like, what are you focused, like focused on getting at? What are you good at? And maybe forget everything else, and you will become this Queen of Pentacles. It's destiny. Don't focus on things that have gone wrong. You know, focus on your cups, not what someone else is bringing in. You know, you might be offered a job that you don't want because you want this, whatever this is, this skill you're good at and you're working at. Focus on it and look at it from a new perspective on how you can make that your life's work. And, you know, obviously, how like, going straight back to what we said at the beginning, I know I said don't use people, but how could another person help you with this? Could you get advice from someone who's maybe really good at tech, or really good at, you know, like, I don't know, they're where you want to be, whatever job it is you want, they're there already, and you might get good advice from them. And then we've got the squirrel and the chestnut. Let's find that in my book. As you can see from the little card, it's all in Roman numerals, so it is quite difficult to find. And I've gone the wrong way. Okay, let me find it. XXIX. Remember that for me. Here we go. So, preparation. You have prepared well and can expect to enjoy the fruits of your labour. Your resourcefulness and foresight will be rewarded. And then a little quote says, "Am I prepared for the future? Have I been working hard to achieve my goals?" Again, linking up straight to what we've been saying. You are determined to get to your goals. You've been putting in the work. You've been ignoring all these people that have been like throwing opportunities your way that aren't what you want. You're looking at things from a new perspective. You're being careful. You're getting advice maybe from someone. You are changing your attitude about, you know, dwelling on things not going well, and you are trusting in destiny. You're being patient. Maybe you're working this as a second job at night, you know, a side hustle, and you're gonna get there. You've prepared. You've put in the work. You are doing great. Okay, so the next 6 months is a lot about that. I think you're doing really good. Okay, and let's get some final, like, closing advice for you, part 2. What can we have as your final advice? Okay, what can we see? Final advice for part 2. Do they need any advice? Maybe they're doing so well already. Next 6 months, what can they get advice for them? What should they be doing? Here we go. Every time it flies straight off this table. Let me get that. Okay, sorry if the angle was changed a bit. I managed to kick my entire tripod. The card that fell on the floor that I went and got, that resulted in me kicking the tripod, is rediscover yourself. What are your interests? Are you hiding yourself to please others, versions of you? And let's see if we've got anything else. We'll do 3 shuffles. If nothing comes out, I think that's your predominant message here, which is interesting. Oh, here we go. Open up. And that says you're being asked to open your heart to another, let down your walls, and trust what they want. They want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. Okay, and let's take those 2 and leave it at that. We don't want too many messages, otherwise it could get a bit overwhelming for you. Okay, we've got receive. You're being asked to open to receiving universal gifts. This could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. And then you got to speak up. When you're not saying that, what you're not saying is eating you up inside. You can't keep this in forever. It's time to lay it out so you can move on and be happy. All of those, so you can see them all there. Hopefully we're still in focus. Let me have a look. Still not terribly unfocused now. But yeah, all of this says to me that you need to go within, work out what your passion is, what you enjoy doing. And I think the minute you're like hiding whatever it is from other people, you need to open it up, speak up, and you will receive the benefits from this. you'll receive, like, whether it's financial or just happiness in general, and stick with it. Be determined, stick with whatever it is you want to do, and do it. And in the next 6 months, that's what you're going to be doing, working out what works for you, what you enjoy doing, and maybe turning that into a career, and then receiving the benefits from that. Because if you don't, I think it's going to slowly, like, not upset you, but you'll keep going back to it, wishing you'd done it sooner, or wish you'd done it full stop. So sorry for the heavy message part 2, but that is all I have for you. So please remember to comment down below anything else you want to hear on this channel, any other videos you want to see, and like and subscribe. So thank you for watching. Bye bye. And welcome pile number 3. If you pick pile number 3, this is your video portion. Sorry if the angle's changed. I managed to kick the tripod in the last pile while I was picking up a card. Obviously it's not funny. Okay, pile number 3. This is your pile. So this is your card. It is the red cage, which says capture and has the number 26 on it. Let me focus it on here for you. Here we go. That is a weird looking mushroom. I probably would have picked this pile, to be honest, because that is so strange. Okay, so this is your card. Cool. I will get the little guidebook for the deck and read you through what it says, because usually it has a message in there for you that might be useful. And, you know, anything that resonates, you know, pick up on it and keep it from me to you. Okay. Red cage, capture. Okay, here we go. Go after what you want, but don't hold on too tightly to it. The red cage mushroom is effective at what it does, and that is, it gets what it wants. The holes in the cage are too large to hold anything in, but the lever is inside. Ooh. So the flies must go in. The flies don't ever get stuck. They're not trapped, just enticed by what is on offer. They've formed a relationship with the cage mushroom, one of mutual reciprocity. I can't say the word. The message here is to allow what is necessary to capture your dreams. Do whatever it takes until you get what you want. Learn what you need to do or acquire to manifest what you want. Do you need to upskill, read, and research more? Do a course or ask questions from others. Ask yourself, what do I need to do to bring me what I want? Once you've determined what that is, put your plan in place and execute it. Form the relationships you need and make the progress towards your goals. It is only you that can set the trap. When you capture what you're trying to, let it go. If it can come and go freely, it will set the wheels in motion for the larger purpose you need for it to manifest. Something that may have seemed frightening at first might reveal to you it is here to help and has a greater purpose than you assumed. I really feel like all 3 piles have been linked today. So this is kind of saying, you again, like the other 2 piles, you need to lay this sort of, like, as it was here, a trap. You need to lay some sort of trap to get what you want. Whether that's something, you know, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a sort of a job or something. You need to do something that's gonna help you manifest whatever it is, this goal is you have. So like it says, you need to maybe look into whatever it is a bit more, do a course, ask some questions or something. Just make this plan, and you know, it's going to entice something in, but you need to be happy for whatever it is. Just, you're not like being like, I need you to stay, I'm counting on you, or like, this job, I need this is the only thing I want. And then from that sort of step back of like, if it goes, it goes, whatever happens, happens. That attitude is going to make you see whatever this like higher purpose is. Very strange card. It's like, especially with that capture term as well. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say about it as well. Let me get those, and we'll see what it has to say. And that'll help us get clear on what the next 6 months either you need to do, or whatever is coming for you, like coming up in the next 6 months. Let's have a look. Let's see what pops out. We can get like 5 or 6 cards. So pile 3's next 6 months. All the cards are very sticky. They're kind of sticking together. Okay, let's take that. Let's put you here. Okay. One. That one. Oh, very yellow cards at the minute. Very nice. Oh, and that one. Oh, lovely. They're all yellow. You've got a yellow theme going, pile number 3. Okay, let's keep going. One, maybe 2 or 3 more cards. Oh, oh, did I get it? I caught it. Okay. Oh, ooh. Let's get one more. See if we can get one more anyway. Okay, I think we'll leave it at that, otherwise we'll end up with loads. And I'll be here speaking for absolutely hours, which you'll probably love, but it won't be good for me. Maybe we take this in reverse. I know I haven't with the other ones, but that one seems definitely reverse. So let me straighten these out a bit so we've got a bit of order here. Okay, right. Next 6 months. Let's have a look more at the cards. I love how they've gone from like yellowy, beige, blue, or blue-green, and then white. It's like a real gradient there. Very cool. And you know, talking about the next 6 months, I think this is and we're talking about laying some sort of trap. What are you guys doing? God, because this card here is like, this is the card I use when people like being really sneaky and tricksy and like almost like, yeah. Are you guys trying to trick someone into a relationship? Because that's not very nice. You shouldn't do that. But it does seem like that with these 2 cards here. Okay, let's see if I have these descriptions and that. Okay. This card always is my caution card. Be careful. Be careful. There's going to be a tricky situation, but you have the upper hand over it. Maybe someone's trying to trap you, or you're trying to, if it's something to do with a relationship, someone's trying to like kind of be sneaky with you, and you already know what they're talking about. You already know what they're doing, which good for you. If it's in terms of like job, career, you're trying to get something, you're being a little bit sneaky about it. You know, you've got the upper hand on it, and you know, you're having to be, I do think this is saying you're gonna have to be kind of like tricksy and evasive and very careful on whatever this thing is you want in the next 6 months you're trying to get. This is a sword card. With sword cards, it's one or the other. You're on a knife edge. It could go well, could go bad. Either or. Please be careful whatever you're doing. Okay, let's move on from my you're being tricksy card to the 4 of Wands, which is a good card. Okay, it's really positive. You've got yourself, you're getting your rewards from whatever you've put in place. I don't want to know. Whatever you've done. I kind of see this as a marriage card as well. I know it's sort of like, it can be one or 2 ways. To me, I either see them as like being a married thing, or winners, like they've won some sort of like event and they've got their like flowers and everything, like, you know, at the end of like, I don't know, like cycling or Formula 1 or something, they stand at the end with their like champagne and flowers and they're like, ooh, we won. It's either that or marriage. And you know, I think next 6 months you're putting something in, you're being sneaky about it, and you're gonna get it. You're sort of being told here that all the effort you're putting in and all this uncomfy energy you've got here is going to turn to success, and it's going to turn to a new start with the Fool. And you're going to, you know, it's such a happy card, the Fool. You know, blissfully unaware, completely innocent over it, and it's successful. So going back to this card, you're showing who you are and you're celebrating, and you've done well. And then we've got the Fool, which is all about new beginnings and starting something again, completely not knowing anything about what you're doing. You know, maybe it's a new profession or a new relationship you're starting off. You're in sync with the world. He's standing right on that cliff edge. That looks like it's gonna fall. That card always gives me a bit of like, you need to be careful. Kind of looks like the dog's pushing him, but you know, we won't go there. Yeah, you're just listening to yourself. You're doing it your way. You're trusting yourself to be who you are, and you get that success. This card, now, I always see King of Cups as someone, like, I don't know, I really feel like you guys are looking for a new relationship. And, you know, the King of Cups is of an emotional person, you know, isn't a king, you know, it's masculine energy here. So you've got this, like, male energy here. I think, yeah, you're trying to like either get help from this person. They're going to give you some sort of like advice on how to get in this new situation. You've managed to be really sort of like not sneaky, but like really careful to get yourself to being the winning outcome and start this whole thing from afresh. I'm kind of leaning towards a relationship here with this King of Cups energy. So yeah, someone who's very trustworthy, you know, obviously it's Cup, so it's emotional. He's a relaxed guy or relaxed energy. And yeah, let's see. So then we've got the Eight of Wands, which is always the fast, like it's going to happen quick. Now, either whatever the situation is comes into being very quickly and it's exciting, and you're getting all this hard work you've put in, the results from it really well. Yeah, you've worked out what you want to do and you're getting the results from it. Fair play, well done to you. You've done well. And then let's look at the reversed Ace of Swords. I haven't taken reverse for the whole of this reading for the other piles, but this one I felt called to do reverse. So yeah, I think here it says here in my description I've got is that, as is a really positive card because it talks about like new beginnings and a brand new lifestyle and prosperity and development and spiritual growth and like new ideas coming into being. And the only like drawbacks in the negative like the reverse position is that, you know, delays, you know, anything you plan for coming into fruition has been not happening as quickly as possible. But it seems so weird because you've got the quickly card and then it's saying it's delayed. I think you're getting frustrated about how quickly it's not happening. It's happening fast, but it's not fast enough for you. Yeah. Okay, let's see what other cards we can get out for this, because this is such a funny reading, and I felt like you guys are quite a funny pile, like not in like, oh, you're funny, but like I felt really like, yeah, laughter. So these are my whispering with cards. Let's see what cards come out here for you. Pile 3. Okay, we've got learn. Take a lesson from the owls. Deeply observe the night. You'll become a little wiser in the day. Oh, let's see, one or two more cards. Oh, so good. There we go. We got 2 more cards. Learn. We said risk. Learn to grow wherever you're planted. And trust. The robin trusts her wings, not the branch she sits on. Yeah, I definitely feel like you guys are like laying some sort of like trap, taking a risk. You're learning something. You're sort of looking around, seeing how other people are getting whatever this goal is you want, and then you're working out what you need to do, which is kind of risky and you're not sure. You're taking the risk, you're trusting in the outcome, and it works out because you trust yourself. And, you know, following from these cards, you're taking this risk and it's all working out. I'm not encouraging you to take risks or do anything risky, but yeah. Let's have a look at my other cards we can use and see if we can get any other information on this situation. Okay, 1 card. Pile 3. Here we go. Loyalty, which is the Hound and the Pair. Okay, let me move this so you can see it a bit closer, because they're very nice pictures on these cards. And then we took a look at them. Here we go. This one, the Hound and the Pair. Loyalty, and it's 23 is the number. Okay, there we go. Let me put that there for you. When I was prepping your pile 3. That card was actually, I saw that card, which is really funny because like I was like and carried on. Okay, let me have a look at what that means. So at 23, I opened it on exactly the right page. Okay, it says here, a friendship is flourishing, your kindness and loyalty has been noted, and your friend appreciates you. It says, am I loyal to my friends? How can I improve my friendships so that my companions feel loved and appreciated? I do think it is calling for loyalty. Whatever risky behaviour, like whatever risky, sneaky sort of thing you're gonna do, you're doing it, but you're remaining loyal to the people that matter to you. You're not betraying anybody. You're not gonna stab anyone in the back over it. You're gonna, you know, maybe it's to do with this King of Cups. Whoever this person may be, they're helping you out. You're remaining loyal to them, and you're taking this risk. Maybe you're leaving one job, starting another, starting a business, learning something, and you're trusting in yourself and maybe this person, and this new beginning is coming in successful after this risk you've taken, and it's going to come quickly. You're going to want it quicker than what it is, but it's coming quickly, quicker than you thought. And you've got this, you know, you've laid this sort of trap here, because this is where the trap and the flies come in and eat whatever is here. And you're not like putting pressure on it to work out. You're not like trapping whatever it is. You're just taking a risk that it's going to work and it's going to come to you. But again, you're remaining loyal, and whoever it is, this King of Cups is, they really appreciate that you're staying loyal and you're being true to yourself. I think that's also you're being loyal to yourself, and you know what you deserve and the success you deserve and the new beginnings you deserve. Yeah. Let's see if I've got some last 3 cards of advice for you here, pile 3. Let's see what we can get. Hope, like I said, 3 cards of hope for pile 3. Oh, there we go. Escape materialism. Pile 3. 2 more cards for pile 3. There we go. Open up. I came up in the last pile. And 1 more card for advice. Oh. Oh, it's too many. Let's just have this one, otherwise we could be here all day. Okay, this is quite funny. Let's put them out nicely so we can see them. So we've got escape materialism, shift your focus away from material and develop a healthy inner world. Open up, you're being asked to open your heart to another. Let down your walls and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. F, being nice. Be nice, but not too nice. Not everyone deserves your kindness. Okay, linking it back, so we've got the next 6 months. I think you're gonna learn something, take a risk, trust in yourself in the actions you take. You're gonna do something which could be seen as quite sneaky to some people, not everyone, because you're going to trust some people here. You're going to open up and they're going to help you out, but you're going to stop being too kind to everyone. You're not going to give away all your power constantly, and you're going to have this sort of like some new beginning after shifting this whole material. Maybe you need to clear some stuff at your house or something, and you're going to focus on yourself. You're going to get what you want in the next 6 months. Check out pile 1 and 2. Maybe there's something else in there you want to, you know, some messages in there for you. But yeah, go pile 3. You're going to have a really fun 6 months. I feel like you're going to, yeah, another message that could be, this is not for everyone, obviously, this is for someone. You're going to find something else. Someone's been sneaky to you. Someone's stabbed you in the back, or they've done something really sneaky, gone behind your back, and they could have messed up a relationship for you, and you're now just going to start completely again with this new King of Cups, because you're going to trust yourself, and you know you're going to call. You're not trapping anybody like this person has. You're not doing anything risky. You're going to the right relationship for you is going to come through when you open up yourself, trust in yourself, and take a risk to open up and trust in yourself. And you're going to not be focused on whoever this person's material aspect is like this previous one, and it's going to come through so quickly, and it's going to be so nice. But that's not for everyone, it's only for some people. But yeah, I really hope that the next 6 months is fun for you guys. I know it sounds crazy, but you're going to have a great time doing this, I think. From all the cards, I think you're going to have a great time doing whatever this is to sort of like start off this whole fresh start again. You're going to completely like forget your old life and start again. Part number 3, thank you so much. That has been a really fun reading. Please like and subscribe, and comment down below on anything that you want to see in the next reading, or anything you liked about this reading, for that fact. And it's been great reading for you. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.